that the picture is worth 1,000 words reflects the powerful effect that the art and creative expression has on human understanding and communication. Hello and welcome to another fantastic edition of Visual Impressions on NTA. I am Umar Muhammad. Now, art therapists use the process of self-expression and the resulting artwork to help clients understand their emotional conflicts, develop social skills, improve self-esteem, reduce anxiety, and also restore their life to normalcy. Let's find out how that is being done.
The use of art as a therapeutic treatment had not really been recognized here in Nigeria, not until recently, when artists began to use art to heal patients and also as a form of relaxation. Art therapy can foster healthy and mental well-being either by creating art or viewing art. There is an increasing amount of scientific evidence that proves art enhances brain function. It has an impact on brainwave patterns and emotions.
This is a hibiscus flower. I love the smell of flowers. The scent, it makes me feel happy. It seems peaceful, so I chose this one. This is a painting that I wanted to paint for my mom on Valentine's Day and give it to her. She really loves these flowers, especially hibiscus flowers.
This is a very beautiful sunflower, but it's my first time that I am painting. I am very excited, it's very relaxing. It's like all my stress come down, very beautiful. It's, the colors is giving me happiness because I am very happy to be here and try to do it. I am not an expert, I am not perfect in everything, but I am very happy for the result.
There should be so many, not only art, all extracurricular activities. There should be different, more centers, cooking or, games or sports or different kinds of schools. We don't have schools here. People don't have avenues to relax. They are only at home, indoors. They're spending time at home, watching TV or doing indoor activities. There has to be outdoor activities for children because they're forgetting. In our childhood, we used to play and go around, and there's so many avenues we can go and learn. But here, it was not there, but now people are having such activities at different hotels. People are going to doing such sessions.
First, I make kind of like triangles with different colors. Then, with a thick brush, I outline them to become like hearts. And now, with a thin brush, I'm making lines to kind of make flowers inside these hearts. And also with black, I made some birds. And also with a thick brush, I made a kind of turquoise blue heart, which is basically supposed to be frozen.
Art therapy is the best way to express oneself because other forms of expressions mostly use words or language, which is often difficult for most humans to effectively express themselves. The beauty of expression is best done through painting, performing art, music, drawing, and sculpture.
Research has shown that patients who were exposed or had opportunity to deepen their treatment scheme with their treatment regime with art healed better, healed faster, and in fact they had a different understanding about their ailment. Even those who have terminal diseases, that you will say, oh, this person is going. The person is able to keep memory for family to see that he just didn't just existed, but he lived, and his artwork will continue to live. Because these works of art, they can outlive us. But look at the works of Picasso, Michelangelo till tomorrow. You know, people who have dementia, people who have mental health issues, able to do creative things that will make you wonder, how is this person able to come up with this kind of creativity? Because God has put in every human being that innate creative power. And so using the creative power within us goes a long way to deepen healing.
The theme of the exhibition out here is it's all about love. Talking about love, we have the father out here, and we have the mother at the extreme end. We have the last born of the family, and this is the firstborn. The painting, I did it when we are having Valentine program, and it speaks about love in the family. The information or message from my exhibition is to tell people that you should love each other. I started this quite a long time. Let me see, I started 2004 when I had a little accident, and I was into textile painting, adire, batik and all that. And my doctor told me I can't do all that again. I have to devise some other things I can do that will not take me too much time. So I changed my kind of art. I started with something and I came out with the different fiber craft. Different fiber craft, I use natural materials like natural fibers coupled with acrylic or gouache or oil paints. And at times I try to use local materials. You can see the here. I am not using anything from Europe or whatever. These are local things, local materials, local fibers, pick up from the forest, chemically treated. And if you look at the back of it, it's properly finished, and the name boldly written at the back for clients to see. They are interested to buy when they are interested to buy. You can see this one too. So it's well finished. With this, we have cream of little staffs that I instruct, that really give me assistance in getting this done. I've sent this one to several countries. We have a place in the US, we have people in France, people in other parts of Europe, and I have a friend in New Zealand too who sells this. We are trying to access like Cyprus and some other countries. So that's just the message. If you put this one in your house, then you'll find out that each time you look at it, you want to do something good for your wife, you want to show that you have love. So talking about love, you need to put this one in your house.
The whole idea behind this is there's sunlight from the window. That's why you can see like sun not giving the actual colors from the window. I'm relaxing doing the job. I have a cup of tea with my mug there, the flowers, and that's the sunlight reflecting towards the flowers and giving it different shades of colors around it. Basically, I enjoy doing art. A friend introduced me, and this is like my third time, and I like fall in love with it.
My motivation for painting this is because of my mom. She likes hippopotamus and I do it for her. I express what's in my mind and I just like it because it expresses the way I feel.
When the heart is merry, it creates ways within the heart, within the body, within the system for the medical administrations, the attentions that the doctors are giving to you or the drugs that they are giving to you to really enter into your system and have impact on your body. So when someone listens to a good music, the music that enters the heart, it works very well with the system and gives an easy passage. Music, when we talk about music, it's like you're talking about, a kind of a cement, just something like a cement that heals, that closes gaps in walls. So when a man is sick and you begin to sing to him and you begin to hear the sound, it affects the nerves, it affects the whole system, and the person begins to get some level of healing that by the time you administer drugs upon the person, you see some perfection.
Art can change a person's outlook and the way they experience the world if it is being practiced, whether or not one is an artist. Damin Shima is a self-taught artist. He got inspired by his grandfather, who was a woodcarver, when he was only 7 years old. After graduation from secondary school, he told his father he wanted to be an artist, to which the father objected. He later ran away from his home in Benue State to far away Lagos, where he pursued his dream.
I've been practicing art since I was 6. It's just self-motivation, and I was born with a gift because my grandfather that taught me. he was a woodcarver back in the village when I visited the village for Christmas and the rest of this festive period. And he takes me to the farm, takes me into the forest where we get wood, we carve. And he kept telling me that he sees that I'm so good with materials like this, so I should never let it down. I graduated in Mount St. Gabriel Secondary School in 2004, and we never really did fine art there. So it was very difficult for me to further with fine art. So I told my dad after secondary school that I want to be an artist. He was like, he would never let me do that. I was brilliant enough to carry on with accounting and the rest. So it became very difficult for me. I insisted. And he later told me that if I insist on becoming a professional artist, like I say, he would disown me. He will leave me. I will leave him with no choice than disowning me. I will not be his son. So it was very funny, but I saw that he was serious about it because he refused to give me money for JAM or to rewrite an exams that includes fine art with WAEC. So I decided to go out of the house, look for a way to further in arts. I left for Lagos. It was very difficult. I barely had who to take care of me. A friend had me in, but there were so many in the room, so it was very difficult for me to have a life of my own to become that artist. I'll wake up, go on the street, find where artists have shops, and I'll just look at maybe works from how the work is actually done. Some people drive me away, some allow me to see a little. I never really had money to pay for my apprenticeship, so I'll just sneak in, sneak out. The little I got, I'll just go home, try with my own materials. Like that, I started producing the same arts with them. They came to realize that I was better than them. They started asking me, so I knew all this thing and I came for apprenticeship. So I said, I didn't know. It's just what you did and I saw and I picked from there. Time I visited Yabatek, then I saw an advert about exhibition, Nigeria's youth exhibition about culture and something in Senegal. I was fascinated, though I wasn't a university student, I wasn't a polytechnic student, but I actually wanted to be on that exhibition. I did some savings from the art I sold and I decided to give it a try, and they told me that I must be in the university or in the polytechnic before I can be part of that exhibition. To have it, if God actually wanted to want to give you maybe it's your time, it's God's time for calling you to become something. One way or the other, they got me into the exhibition. I followed them to Senegal, and I went there as just an observer. When we got to Senegal, one of the guys that was supposed to partake in the exhibition, I mean the competitors, was sick and needed a replacement. I replaced him and I won the exhibition. Wow. The works I did, because I had this particular work I was working on. I had an innovation. There is a hyper mixed media and there's hyper realism. So I came to realize that the white man route, hyper mixed media can be done on canvas. Hyper realism can be done on canvas. But hyper mixed media with heavy weight cannot stand on canvas because the weight is actually heavy. But I tried to bring hyper mixed media and hyper realism together and make these two works appear on canvas, and it worked. So the examiners, the people supervising the exhibition, were marveled with the kind of production, the kind of creativity. That was how I got in, and my works were selected best work for the exhibition. That was in Dakar. 5 years ago, they gave a new tutive in Benue State was selected. Professor Ayatu, the present tutive, then he called me to make his coronation bid. That's how I found myself back in Nigeria now. That's why I'm here right now. So when I made that coronation bid, I discovered that arts in my own state, Benue State here, has been very, very poor. I should have something to contribute to the arts entirely. Then I'm here. That is why you see pictures about me working on the new roundabout in Benue State and other soft projects like that. I've been working for 4 years now, 4 to 5 years now, and it's been very great because I'm currently training 50 people for free in Benue State here. To give them maybe what I didn't have. Nobody trained me, but if I can train people to become something like me, I feel blessed, and I feel God really have a reason for giving me this talent. So for now, that is what we do. Like today, yesterday we had a class. We skip one day. Tomorrow we're going to have a class. We gather around the state zoo, and inside BSU there is a zoo. The zoo is actually a best place for me because it's actually like a forest for me. I like nature. If you see most of my works depicts like nature. I talk more about the African settings, the African stories, and how beautiful Africa is. I really want to touch lives there because I never really had the opportunity to. Because you only feel rich and blessed when you give to people what you didn't have.
Shima has made an impact in the world of art here in Nigeria amongst his contemporaries in different genres.
But my experience with African community here with my artworks been really fascinating.
The clips we saw today, painting sharpens the mind through conceptual visualization and implement. People using creative outlets such as painting, drawing, and writing have less chances of developing memory loss illness when they get old. You don't necessarily have to be an artist to try the art therapy session. I am Omar Mohammed, and I hope you had a lovely day today with me on Visual Impressions. See you again next week, and it's bye for now.